Hello, 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 and welcome to another God tier meeting. Today, we are doing some best of one timeless with some turbo necro. Normally, I would play this deck best of 3, and you can see a 15 card sideboard as well, but unfortunately, I've been having some sideboarding bugs on Arena, so we're doing a little best of 1 today instead. Our goal today is to use Dark Ritual to get a Necropotence or a Necrodominance out on turn 1 and just start drawing way more cards than our opponents and overwhelm them with advantage. If we don't get one of these cards out on turn 1, that's okay. We still have other ways to scam our opponents using a Grief and Malakir Rebirth package, as well as getting out a One Ring on turn 2. And lastly, if our One Rings and Necropotences and Necrodominance and Griefs and all that doesn't work out, we always have Orcish Bowmasters and Shieldred as our quote-unquote fair package. This hand is pretty average, which means it's bad for this deck. Ideally, you want to be keeping hands that are very, very quick, like this one. This is a turn 1 Necropotence or Necrodominance, probably Necropotence, with Grief. And if I really want to, I can open with Grief, exiling the Necrodominance. And then if I think I need to take 2 things out of their hand, I can Malakir Rebirth, scam the Grief, and then do the Dark Ritual turn 2. But I'm 100% keeping this, throwing back the Fatal Push. Alright, step 1, play an untapped land. Step 2, hold full control. We will exile Necrodominance to Grief, and let the Grief resolve. Let's see what you're working with. Interesting, we're playing against some kind of control deck. I think I have to take this Fragment Reality because it simply can't do anything with Necropotence. If they exile Necropotence, I get Bowmasters, I guess, which is fine. Actually, wait. Do I mind Fragment Reality? Now that I'm thinking about it, Bowmaster should be my only legal target. So it would be, I play Necropotence right now, and then I can immediately get, like, a bunch of stuff. If I draw, like, 7, and then if they decide to kill it, I get a guy out of it? Yeah, that's great. In which case, I'm going to take the One Ring. And then I am going to Malakir Rebirth. And I don't care if they want to Fragment Reality the Grief either. Form's Chant's fine. That doesn't really do anything. I think it's Karn. I think it's unlikely they get up to 6 mana. Interesting, they seem to be some kind of stifle deck though, which is pretty good. Pretty good for sure. I will hit them for 3. Yeah. Fragment it if you want. It's already done its work. Here's a Bowmasters. And I will Dark Ritual, play Necropotence, and I'll just play, hey, a casual 6 life. Four, 5, and 6. Great. I won't discard anything to hand size. I could pay more, but while I'm not really doing much at the moment with this cards, I think I'm good just paying 6. Although I did not draw a good 6. 0 lands, 0 mana at all. No Dark Rituals, no lands. Just a Fatal Push as my only option to do anything? Ouch. That sucks. That sucks. Just a Fatal Push? Great. I wasn't gonna cast spells anyways. Let's pay 3, I think. 3, yeah. And then I can pay 5 next turn if I find a March. I do find a March. Perfect. Discard Necro, discard Necro, discard Necro. Exile them all, I don't care. Next turn I can play March of Wretched Sorrow. I can pay 5 life, and I can march my Orc token. Fantastic. Okay, hit 2, pay 1, pay 2, have to hold on my end step, pay 3, pay 4, and 1 more for the road, pay 5. Great. Just in case, I'm gonna hold full control, because I always like to be more safe with this kind of thing. Finally got some lands. And then I'm gonna march for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I think. Or it could be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and maybe I get rid of both Shieldreds. Either way, I think 10 is a good number. Or 12, actually. They're not drawing too much. I'll do 12. Right? Or maybe I do 10 and Shieldred one of them. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and get rid of both Bowmasters. Yes, I would love to shoot my Orc token for so much damage. And now next turn, I can pay as much as I want. Get all that life back. Mana value 3 or less. Oh, doesn't even hit. Okay, sure. I don't mind that at all. I'll play a land. And I will Thought Seize you. Ooh. Okay. Let's take that 1 ring. Yeah? Yeah. Then I'll pay just a little bit of life. Let's pay 4 life, I think. Discard 1 to hand size. And that's okay. Now, I guess I can hold full control, but it might be too late for that. Yeah, oh well. Granted, I wasn't gonna do anything with the full control anyways, but holding it is not the worst thing. I think I will hold on to March. Discard Swamp. Next turn, in theory, something I could do is I could grief them, and then with the trigger on the stack, I can march my own grief. Problem is, I don't actually, I'm not doing that much right now. Like I would only be able to march for the exile 1 for grief, and then march for 2, 4, 5, 6, I guess, which is not great. Instead, I think I will just play a Dark Ritual and a Shieldred. And then pay 1, 2, 3 life, and not discard anything again. If they find mana somehow to exile Shieldred, then I can march my own Shieldred. I'm not upset about that. If they do not find anything that answers Shieldred, then great. It's just a land, I don't care. Cool, I'll play a land. I will go to combat and swing at them with Shelly. Sure. You got it. As you were. Dark Ritual 1 ring? Which should be gaining me life now. Seems like a pretty decent bargain if you ask me. And then I'm just gonna pay 1 life. I could pay more, I could pay 2 and still not discard the hand size. But just to be safe, pay a little bit more. And that's a win in the books. I'm going first, and I have a turn 1 ring. I do have to burn 2 Dark Rituals for it, but I'm not super upset about that, because it's the 1 ring. And I would be shocked if they have some kind of answer to this so early in the game. So I'm just going to Dark Ritual, and a 1 ring. And just start drawing immediately. Opponent on Gate to Manorborn. Oh, I bet they're playing Primetime. Let's tap our One Ring first, and then Thoughtseize them. Great. Thoughtseize. They're playing Primetime, as I expected. This is their turn 2, but it's also not very good. What would I want? This tutors creatures. And then I'll play that untapped. And maybe it is this, slow them down by an extra turn. These guys just ramp 1. This guy ramps 1. These guys just ramp 1. This ramps up to 2. I don't care about the flip rate. Yeah, I'll do the Kami. Next turn, I'm probably playing a tapped land. Oh no, my graveyard! I do need to find like a Shieldred or something. Okay, great. That's exactly what I said I wanted to find. Perfect. Exile Necropotence. Or Necrodominance, sorry. Although I do think that card is very good with Shieldred. Having the One Ring is more than enough for me. Now we can take their Spelunking, which is bad. Yeah, you can die. I'll play a tapped land. And I can flash in Bowmasters. Opponent plays their Lookout, which finds them what? Finds them a Nykthos right on top. Fine by me. Here's Bowmasters. Alright, ouch. Gonna bolt myself, and then play Shieldred, and then draw 4. And now I'm not feeling so bad about holding myself. I should be life positive for pretty much the rest of the game. Oh, I guess that should have been Necropotence instead of that spell. Ecdeem's Awakening's not a great spell, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So, like, sometimes it's worth it to exist. To have it because you can reanimate stuff, but usually it's not super relevant. It's like every, like, 5 matches maybe with this deck, I'll reanimate, like, 1 Bowmasters with it or something. But, I don't know. Solid card. Another Clifftop Lookout for the opponent. Hitting a Castle Garenbrig. If they have a... what's his face? They will be able to get me. What is his face? Primetime. If they find Primetime, I will be sad. Get a billion life. Go to combat. Swing out. Block what you will. I don't care. Yeah, let's... let our Bowmasters come back from the dead. I could shoot their Lookout, but I might as well use the Fatal Pushes while I have them. And then I'm just going to go to end step and discard a land. They gotta get a decent top deck. If they are not top decking Primetime anytime soon, I don't see a way for them out of this. It's gotta be Primetime. And it's gotta be very, very soon. Gate to Manorborn's good. That'll certainly help them. Also puts them, though, a turn off, right? They wouldn't be able to Primetime until next turn. This hand is almost keepable if we had a... what's it called? Dark Ritual. This would be a fantastic hand. But we do not, so I'm going to mulligan, because we can always do better. On a 6, this might be fine, especially with the Luris deck. Fatal Push is probably good. Bowmasters are probably good. So I'm going to keep this and bottom the March. Okay, so I'm expecting Psychic Frogs. Baubles, which means they probably have Darcy. What else cares about that kind of thing? A lot of things, but... ooh, I don't mind a Fatal Push, not at all. And they have Bolt Necrogoyf, that's the one I was forgetting. that cares about their card types in graveyard. Get them a little delirium going. I think I take the Goyf. I think I just take the Goyf. Currently they have 3 card types in graveyard, but that includes the Goyf. Once they get 4, let's play this. I can play it tapped, right? Don't need to turn on their mana drain while they're not doing anything. Ooh. Well, it has a brainstorm. I guess I should have played it untapped. Who was I to know that they would top deck brainstorm into the Orcish Bowmasters? Although, I suppose even if I had played the Bowmasters, they could have bolted it in response, but that would have at least turned off their fetch land. It would have turned off. They wouldn't be able to fetch after their brainstorm. It would have had to have been before. So, oh well, maybe that was a mistake. Another shuffling of the deck. Interestingly, they don't find a red land with that. They do on this. That's interesting that they didn't want to find a mountain off of the island cycling there. Yeah. Although I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's not like it's very clear right now the difference in the deck that I'm playing when I can open with a One Ring or a Necro Dominance or Necropotence turn 1 or 2, or scam someone, and then games like this where I'm not. Why I generally try and mulligan for a scam or a Dark Ritual start, but not always. At this point, I'm feeling pretty good. Opponent could very well be great. Rule number 1 of Orcish Bowmasters: you never want to play the first Bowmaster. Never. Now, very likely opponent's still holding Mana Drain, but it seems they don't. Maybe they're not. Maybe they put Mana Drain back. If they did put Mana Drain back, that's great for me. Interesting. If they shock and play another Bowmasters, I'd be so happy. Please shock yourself for another Bowmaster. I would have loved it. Because generally, whoever plays the last Bowmasters is doing a better position. But because I have the Malakir Rebirth, if they kill my Bowmaster with the Bowmaster, I can just get it back. I don't mind it. Looks like a Goyf. Smells like a Goyf. Is it a Goyf? They're looking at their graveyard. I assumed it might be a Goyf, but perhaps not. Instant land, creature, sorcery, artifact. They are more than enough card types to get through their Goyf, and they could keep. They only have one of each of these: artifact, creature, and sorcery, though. So they could only keep instant and land in their graveyard, which does mean that if they do bring back Goyf, it's only a 2/3. Still a good card. Very good card. I think very underestimated in its power level. Because it doesn't track your opponent's graveyard like a normal Goyf, but being able to come back is pretty decent. Is it Goyf? It is Goyf. And they're holding up 2 mana, which, here's the thing. If it's Mana Drain, I would love to Fatal Push right now. Right? It would be perfect. If it's another Bowmasters, I guess I don't super mind if it's another Bowmasters. Let's see. If it's another Bowmasters, they could flash it in right now, but they don't. Interesting, interesting, interesting. The odds that it's a counterspell are high enough that I will Fatal Push the Goyf now to be able to hold up more mana for next turn. If I'm wrong and they have just another Bowmasters right now, that's unfortunate, but I do have my extra Bowmasters to pick up the slack, as it were. Just gonna keep chipping in. They are no longer having enough card types for their Goyf, although they only need 1 more. Sorcery, creature, planeswalker. Unlikely they're playing planeswalkers, but they could be. They could be. They have a unicorn? What is this? Hey, look at me. Look at me. What is that? Like a unicorn, kind of, but it's like it almost looks like one of the cats from Ikoria. There's like horns on the side too. I do not know what set that's from. Maybe it's from Duskmourn. It's like some horror creature. Frog is fine. Frog is more than fine. Frog gets fatal pushed. Great. Yeah, Frog is probably the best card in their deck because Psychic Frog's just really, really good. It does a lot of good things. Ooh, do a little scamming. Do I do a scam? I think I'm doing a scam. Let's hold full control, and I'm gonna scam Grief. I think Necrodominance is really good, but I don't think it resolves anytime soon. So I'd rather just get the Grief in there, especially if I can have it stick around. If they counterspell this, I'm also fine with that, right? They can have some mana. Good on them. Gets a counterspell out of their hand. I don't know. Maybe because if I assume they had counterspell for Necrodominance, maybe I should have just played that, get that counterspelled, and then I can Grief afterwards for things. I don't know. It's an interesting, very interesting decision. Play Aluris. And I assume it's a frog, but it could be anything. It's a Goyf. Big old Goyf. And they have double blue up for counterspell, which means if they have a counterspell, not looking good. Not at all. I'm gonna just fatal push their Goyf, I think. I think I have to fatal push the Goyf. And now on my turn, I can Malakir Rebirth my Bowmasters and play another one? Yeah, that's the problem. They'll probably just let it through. Good news is, if they attack with Lurrus on their turn, I can kill it with my Bowmasters. I don't know. Lurrus just existing is pretty bad for business, all things considered. I can stick a Shieldred. Great, I don't care. But I don't think I stick a Shieldred. It's getting countered. If this gets countered, I think that might be game. Pillars. Okay, and then I will double block. I could single. No, I think I double block. I double block just to make sure it fucking dies. If they double removal spell me, I should be okay. Okay. If this works, I might be surviving. If they don't have a counterspell right now. But now they would need counterspell and removal spell to keep Lurrus alive. Spell Pierce is counterspell. But Lurrus still dies? No. Alright. No worries. Unless I draw a land right now for Shieldred, I think that's game. Okay. Asking ye shall receive. Let's play a Shelly. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm winning or anything, but I'll at least stick alive for a bit longer. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell that can hit Shelly. It should be kind of tough for them to do so, but definitely not impossible. Play the frog. Ooh, which turns off, lowers their delirium count, which is good for me. They just have instants. They have no sorceries in there. They do not. Instant, land, artifact. Huh. The more you know. Great. Great. Let's just do a little passing. Make them think I have something. They want to draw off Mishra's Bauble, I'm okay with that. If they want to draw off the Psychic Frog, I'm okay with that. If they want to draw off of anything they please, I'm okay with that. They don't. They don't want to draw. Okay, just pass again, right? I don't think I block anything ever, right? Because if they're running Fatal Push is the scariest thing for Shieldred. Well, it doesn't really matter. They have Mishra's Bauble. If they're running Fatal Push, they can always just push the Shieldred off of the Bauble. I'm shocked they aren't playing the Bauble anyways, just to have more things. Wow! Oh, they had nothing. Nothing. That was not supposed to be a win. I was getting ready to scoop. And then they concede? Just because I slam and land a Shieldred one time? Power of Black, baby. Doing some Turbo Necro in Timeless. Best of 1. This hand is too slow, so we're going to mulligan that. This hand, same thing. Too slow. This is a turn 1 Bowmasters with a Fatal Push if they turn 1 a creature. I think I keep this. It's pretty good unless they grief us. And I'm kind of hoping that they play a turn 1 creature. That's my hope, is that they play a turn 1 creature, but it's not that. It's not. Oh! But lucky us, we draw Necropotence. So I will Windmill Slam Necropotence at 20 life. There is one card that they can't have right now. Just one. And they don't have a Spell Pierce. Fantastic. And let's just pay some life. I think I'm going to pay 6 life and discard 2 cards. 4, a 5, and a 6. Get me a little more stocked up for my next turn. Get rid of a few bad cards along the way. Maybe I get some of that perfect 2 discards. Bye-bye Necropotence 2 and 3. If they do kill this one, I'm not super upset even anyways, because I can just double Bowmasters next turn, which is pretty good. It'd be funny. I'd love for them to play a Psychic Frog. Would be a good one. If they do nothing, I might also do nothing. Oh shit! They're on the win the game. They're show and telling. Okay. That just made this hand a lot worse. Let's Dark Ritual. Bowmasters. I need to pay a lot of life. Let's pay 10 life, because I am hoping to find... Basically, if they're going to win the game next turn, I need to find a Grief, which is my one shot of hopefully taking their 1 draw spell off of their... I can't... If they show until an Omniscience, Grief can take their only... Could possibly take a draw spell, which might be their only one. If we're lucky. 8. Oh, I'm gonna do 10. Just gonna go all in. And if I don't find Grief, maybe I find a March of Retro Sorrows to draw some more later. Nothing. The One Ring's not bad, but it doesn't actually like help me win. For 6, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I don't think I want to get rid of those. 4. I don't even know if I want to get rid of that. 4, 5, 6. Oh, oops. But I got discarded more lands. Should have discarded more lands. Oh well. That's whatever. Oh, they don't have it yet. Okay, we have a turn. We have an extra turn. Which means what? What does it mean? There's it's 100% chance that they're going to do it next turn, right? They play a Seagate? Why? What could they possibly have right now? Brainstorm? They can brainstorm if they want. I'm gonna play Necrodominance. Not pay any to Necropotence. Pay 1 life to Necrodominance, I think. No, I think it's gotta be 2. I'll do 1. 1 life. Okay, it didn't really help me, but that's fine. They have Brainstorm. That's a pretty good start for me. I have to think about what I actually want to put in. Because Bogart Trawler's not an awful thing to hit off of. Okay, they can't draw Brainstorm, right? If they show and tell right now, Bogart Trawler, they already can't. They can draw 1 card at most, right? So I don't think it's Shield. They win at 1 life. 1 ring doesn't stop them. Shieldred doesn't stop them. The only thing I think that has a chance of stopping them is Bogart Trawler, and hopefully their things get things back out of the graveyard. That's the only hope I have. I just have to throw in a Bogart Trawler and exile their graveyard, which can stop them from getting things back, but it's the only thing it does. Am I dead? Okay. That's their approach. I suppose maybe Shieldred would have been useful because approach makes them able to gains them 7 life, but I think if they're drawing to get to approach anyways, I don't think the 7 life actually makes a big difference. Unless they gain 7 and then Brainstorm. In which case, I guess, lucky them. I don't know. I don't think Bogart Trawler is going to matter, but I also don't think Shieldred or One Ring would have mattered. Unless I like One Ring, draw off One Ring, and hit Grief, and they also do a second Show and Tell at some point during the turn, which they would have 0 reason to do, because they can cast all their spells for free. I don't know. It doesn't look like they have an answer. Right? You can wipe the board, I don't care. Wait, is that all they have? Oh no!
Is a journey, not a destination.
Oh, you beautiful idiot!
All creation
Agreed. Ace. It is Shieldred if you don't have an answer. I don't have a counterspell, come on. If they have a counterspell, it doesn't matter. Oh! Opponent, no! Do that. Plus 2. So they could have plus 2 Dugan, then I would have died because I have 3 life and it deals 3 damage. But they decided they'd rather lose the game. This hand is super keepable. Turn 1 Necro. If we can top deck another Dark Ritual off of the Necro, it would be a turn 2 Shieldred. However, them playing Ocelot Pride almost makes me want to Bowmaster them. I think it's just strictly wrong though. I'm going to play Necrodominance, end step, I'm going to pay 10 life. And do some discarding. Oh, neat. Shelly. Bowmaster. Uh-oh. Land. Bowmaster 2. That's a shame. Like Zoinks. Yeah, I guess it's that. Unless it's double Shelly instead, but I don't think it is. Okay. I was kinda hoping I would hit a Dark Ritual in there, but I did not. Oh no. Okay, I think I'm
Where
losing
shall
this
we
game.
hunt today?
I think I might just be strictly losing. Not a good move on my part to just lose. I should have thought better than doing that. I'm gonna pay life. Great. Grief is not helpful. I hope they attack all out, because then I can kill the Ajani. And probably one of their cats. Static prison. You know, I don't mind. Get my draw step back, and then by the time they have to sacrifice the static prison, hopefully I will have... they probably have some kind of kill spell here. I think I shoot then in that case. Oh no, because Ajani will... I have to shoot Ajani. Yeah, I have to shoot Ajani. Shoot Ajani and then double block. Be safe. The only way. The only way. If I block another cat and don't double block Ajani, then any of their cats dying would flip it. Granted, they could still have flipped Ajani with something else, but I think that was the correct move. Oh no. That's not good. That is good. That's great, actually. Yeah, no, I can't pass. I have to do this now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna exile these two, unfortunately. Maybe it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Puts me up to 3. Then I go shoot, block, block. I don't like that. I think it's 4. I think I just exile Grief, and I hit the Ocelot Pride. Go up to 5. And then I can block their 2-1. Go down to 3. Next turn I can play Bowmasters, kill a cat, block a cat. Or I can just play Shieldred if they don't have enough to heal cats. There's also a world where I'm just dying, which is also bad, but you know, sometimes you just gotta believe. If they had Lightning Bolt, they would have played it last turn, so if they top deck Lightning Bolt, great, you top deck to win the game. It looks like they're just letting in the damage. Okay. What's your follow-up? Sage, Lightning Bolt? Gotta have something. Going once. Going twice. And an unstable amulet. That's not good. That one is not good at all. Granted, there aren't shocks in this format, so not like it necessarily 1 damage will kill me, but they can make enough energy, that thing will kill me. What are you holding on to? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Why doth thou wait, opponent? There you go. Get a Guide of Souls. Annoying. Down to 2. Down to 2, which means I can't play Shieldred this turn? Okay. That's fine. Ugh. At this point, they should be sacrificing the static prison, but hopefully they don't know that. Hey, the energy. Come on. Come on. What's a little energy? Come on! You could pay it. Although, ironically, if I had gotten back the Necrodominance last turn, Shieldred would have been pretty good. Unstable Amulet. Great, okay. Bad news. If they activate an Amulet and play anything, I die. If it's a land, though, I'm okay. So if they exile a land off the top of the Unstable Amulet, I don't take damage from them playing it. Show me no land. No land. Or sorry, wait. Yes, land. That's what I meant, and we got it. I shouldn't die from them playing a land. And you gotta swing out, right? I have 3 damage to go around. I think it's Cat and a Guide of Souls. It could be Cat, and save all. Actually, wait. I might have to do Chump Guide of Souls, actually. Yeah. Resolve. Do a little Bowmaster and shoot a cat. And then go to blocks. Block a cat, chump the Guide of Souls. Pray. Now I'm not mad either if they sacrifice Static Prism on the next turn. Because as long as I have at least 2 life, I can Necrodominance with Shieldred out. And I stand a chance. Backup Shieldred is fine, but also I don't think it matters. Oh! Nuts. Let's hope they don't see lethal. Is it play or cast? Maybe it's cast. Maybe it's cast! Maybe it's fine. I might play it. Okay. 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 I'll play a tap one. I'll play a spell. Any spell. Actually, not any spell, but most spells are pretty fine by me right now. Just so you know. Shit. You don't see it, 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 you don't see it. Please, 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 please. Please! Opponents in declared hackers? Wait. Please. Wait, is opponent in declared hackers? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. No! They see the line. Alright. That's okay. It was a valiant effort, but unfortunately it did not quite work out. Hand is pretty good for a mid-rangey hand, but I can do better for a turbo hand. This is bad. This hand does nothing. Ooh, opponent also mulliganed once. That is a good sign. Maybe. Could be a bad sign. It could mean they're on grief. Or some other scammy archetype. I'm gonna mulligan again, and I will keep this. I'm gonna put back March, I'm gonna put back Bowmasters. Turn 1 I can Thoughtseize, and turn 2 I can One Ring. Ooh. Red-green is not what I expected. I could turn 1 Necro. I think One Ring will be better against the Rule deck. Oh, it's a channel deck. And sometimes you're just the best to ever do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, stick around and watch another one.